Lohem, Lohem, Lohem. Lohem, 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 Lohem. This is God Yahweh in the 11th hour of July 27 of 2024 on Venus, the planet of love. Elohim, I am God Yahweh. This message about the Dred Scott case of these United States of me, God Yahweh Elohim, and how AIDS and HIV was an immunity. My word in the Dred Scott case of 1857 is territory and jurisprudence. You do not have the territory of the thought of Lohem. I am the thought of Lohem, me, God, Yahweh, love, Elohim. And you do not have jurisprudence of the thought of Lohem. I am the thought of Lohem, me, God, Yahweh, love, Elohim. All right? And the Dred Scott case already gave you the privileges of those immunities with territory and intellectual property and jurisprudence. So you could deal with a plantation, all right? Multiple and having multiple attempted murders. As Logo Circle 7, 500 years ago on the earth, I was cursed, me, the only God Yahweh, over and over. They cursed me, God Yahweh, at the ends of the earth 500 years ago when the earth was destroyed in my creation, love Elohim, all right? By ghosts, worshiping my name, and there was a Dell hard drive computer that I brought with me to figure out what happened to my earth there, all right? Me, God Yahweh. That was a multiple attempted murder, try to have a riot, all right? Then on my planet Plymouth, I just allowed them to go to my planet Plymouth as aliens, and it was attempted murder, a bill, and they wrote the Bible after they thought they strangled a bill. So the word of bill is put right on the Bible, the same people from the earth, all right, having multiple attempted murders. The thought of Lohem have given you AIDS and HIV reciprocally, and the inside of you called karma, all right, with the territory and jurisprudence of the Dred Scott case. Then we started with me, William Shakespeare, creating trigonometry and calculus, October 1722, and we attempted murder again called the Titanic. Just always, anchors ahoy when I left you in the World Wide Web Internet computer in the banking system of the Dred Scott case of AIDS and HIV, that I am God Yahweh Elohim. The Titanic also, where the people of the Bible had to write the book of the Revelations after the apocalypse. After that, attempted murder. Having multiple attempted murders is how you have AIDS and HIV. You've called immune deficiency syndrome, and you have a human immune virus. You're calling my name Lohem in my presence where I'm God Yahweh, and calling my name Elohim in my presence God Yahweh where I exist. All right? All right. For I'm the thought of Lohem. So it's reciprocal on the inside of your energy that's just low in intellectual property, all right? Then you have your other attempted murder in the United States War of 1812. On one side, it's called Creator Elohim, arguing about my planet Plymouth and my country called these United States. On the other side, the same people of the Bible in 1812. Now it's 300 years of it, and I gave 3 bodies in the United States War of 1812 that I am God Yahweh Elohim. None of the people that fought that war was in these United States except me. So you've died for 200 years with AIDS, or the Dred Scott case of 1857, give you immunity to the territory, the thought of Lohem. I am God Yahweh Elohim. Love is my name. And jurisprudence of the thought of Lohem, or Dred Scott. I am God Yahweh, love Elohim, the thought of Lo already. All right? All right. Having multiple attempted murders, your AIDS and HIV was spelled out for you in English language. Then you have, when I created banking system, David Rockafellow Banneker, all of me Elohim. I am God Yahweh. Created a bank accounts for the USA. You have your attempted murder of Baby Noe, the first sperm donor of Grant of Discovery in Birmingham, Alabama. All right? You go call it World War II in 1942, where you stole my families and me, Calvin, Trice, Spence, and Murphy, where I put my names inside of my banking system, investigating May 19, 2017 on this planet Venus. All right? All right, just having multiple attempted murders, your AIDS and HIV. Then you go to attempt murder after May 24th of 1924 with me, Lord Eisenhower, Lohem #1, the USA system. Me, I am God Yahweh Elohim. Only doing Grant of Discovery of computers. I sent you a computer now. All right, and once again, the people of the Bible now, 400 years after that, tried to once again strangle a baby. All right, it's called May 24th, 1924. She's a bad mama jamma sitting in front of that Dell hard drive computer up in front of me in this house right here, in this upper room right here. All right, 400 years later, just as fine as she can be. All right, so then your attempted murder once again of me, JFK, Fitzgerald Kennedy, February 2nd, 1963, recorded with Smithsonian Institute this time. And when you massacred the LAPD and they just disappeared between 11 a.m. and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I gave you yellow crime tape. All right? And when you was talking about you rushed my voice from the cell phone from the YouTube 61 years ago, February 2nd, 1963, of me, the only God, Yahweh Elohim, claiming my Grant of Discovery. All right? And then April 4th, 1968, you're going to claim it was Dr. King Jr. And I was on 2nd Street in Figueroa. My name is King, JFK, Fitzgerald Kennedy. My name was Sarai Bakir. Sarai Bakir. February 2nd, 1963, a Sarai red vino wine, whatever you call it, I did an invention. All right? April 4th, 1968 was your next multiple attempted murder, while you have AIDS and HIV of Lohem on the inside of you, that I'm the thought of it, me, God, Yahweh, love, Elohim, which you can never be, all right? So that's your next one, your Dr. King Jr. assassination, your Alpha, your LAPD. Then you have your July 4th, 1976, the chase from Birmingham, Alabama, and Bethlehem Steel to Los Angeles Coliseum, July 4th, 1976. That's your next attempted murder, where your Lohem is witnessing your Elohim, doing all those things, sodomizing each other. That's what you were doing, sodomizing each other. Attempted murder was the same thing. Intellectual property will teach you about internal reciprocal karma. All right? Well, I am God Yahweh Elohim of just these United States with the Dred Scott case. All right. Then April 29, 1979, you tried once again a multiple attempted murder, and having did that with the Los Angeles Lakers defeated Seattle Supersonics on my television, you tried attempted murder again, and everybody died except me, God Yahweh Elohim of these United States. Then I created this planet Plymouth to Venus, the planet of love Elohim, and I crossed my heavens and threw the other one out of heaven and created this new one inside of heaven. Then I left a body February 2nd, 1983 on Manchester Hoover on this planet Venus, the planet of love Elohim, and a second body July 4th, 1983 on Manchester Hoover by the Jack in the Box restaurant. Then you shot that second body in 1985 for a damn instrument or some shit like that on Manchester Hoover in front of a barbershop. All right, having multiple attempted murders at the AIDS and HIV of the Dred Scott immunities of the territory and the jurisprudence of the thought of Lohem, I am God Yahweh love Elohim of these United States. It's your karma on the inside of you, all right? You're not a body. Love created a body. Then after you shot the body twice, I left that body August 3rd, 1987. You have accused me of doing something to you since August 3rd, 1987. I haven't seen you since August 3rd of 1987, except when you was gunslinging with some shit called the Lords. Let's talking about something in my presence, God Yahweh Elohim. You came with pray to my cars and the gravity on my planet with multiple cars. Your Los Angeles Police Department in January of 2012 with the infrared on this planet is pathetic. The entire world died at that time. Your January 2nd, 2009, you announced somebody was dead. January 12th, 2009, General Hospital, where I am God Yahweh Elohim through telecommunications. And then obviously your May 19th, 2017. Now just stop it. All right? Then I found out in 2018 that you went inside of YouTube interfering with my voice like you have tried to do in the last week while I've been sending these messages to you, Elohim, that I am the thought of Lohem, me, God Yahweh, love Elohim. When did you have the thought of Lohem when you did not create thought? This is the creation of thought. Love thought Elohim first. Now, having attempted murders spells AIDS in my English language where I am God Yahweh of the Dred Scott case of 1857 of these United States for America, which is 1957, called the USA only for females, all right? Now, on the inside of you is your exact karma of what you have offered me, but you're doing that sodomizing each other already through the anus of a spirit faggot ghost fucking each other like that, trying to do something to the energy of Lohem. Why? I am the thought of Lohem, me, God Yahweh, love Elohim. Therefore, you have internal karma called AIDS and HIV. It's in the Dred Scott case of projected formulation to source of suffocation is my playhouse of where uncreation is where creation begins. And you can find the entrance in your intellectual property of uncreation of me, God Yahweh, creator of your intellectual property, all right? So having multiple attempted murders, I did as fast as I could. That's why you have AIDS and HIV trying to have the bodies created by love. The bodies were created by 4 females. The Elohim creates the vessel, and Lohem is only eternal vessel of love, Elohim name. I am God Yahweh standing right here. Therefore, you cannot command me with the word Elohim for you to practice the act of sodomizing in my presence, so you refuse to call the word Elohim to me. I'm going to send you to eternal pain like you asked for. You cannot call on Lohem as a man in my presence because you cannot command me Elohim, a motherfucking thing, my name Lohem, where I am God Yahweh. So you have AIDS and HIV knowing that shit, where your Lohem is witnessing to the Elohim that's commanding it, but you can't command me and call my name Elohim in my presence where I am God Yahweh. So you have AIDS and HIV in the Dred Scott case of these United States that I am God Yahweh Elohim with your territory and your jurisprudence of the thought of Lohem. When did you create the thought of Lohem? Not before I was God Yahweh. Your Elohim is called love. Remember, I am Yahweh Elohim. I'm not your Elohim at all. So you're stuck in your intellectual property. Can you find it? Thank you.